Alright, everybody, welcome to Talladega for the wrong damn thing, actually. Hold up. Take care of this. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to MMS Live from Talladega. Garrett Jings up here in the booth, as always. Bringing you coverage for tonight. Live on PGR, as a matter of fact. Right now, quick 32 lap dash before actual PGR goes live tonight. Right now, qualifying about to get underway. And a pretty decent entry list. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 23 cars on deck right now. Cameron Craighead rolling out to get us started. On the 901 of Kobe Neal. Sean Corbett as well rolling out. 10 minutes to post, 1 lap. Mark Vondale rolling out, Ken McCullough as well. So 5 drivers will take their shot at the pole. Cameron Craighead gets us started. He is on the clock now. Right now, Craighead 27-4 through the first half of this racetrack off of turn 4. Right now, holding on to the fastest time at the moment. Craighead down on the apron. Across the line, and time to beat. Survey says 54.805 for Cameron Craighead. Could be across the line. Good enough for second quickest. Sean Corbett, top of the board, 7.89 for Corbett. Mark Vondale up next. Vondale 54.790, barely missing the top spot. Right now, Kenneth McCullough right across the line to end his top of the board, 7.63 for Kenneth McCullough. Hell of a lap. Right now, James Warren to be the next one to try and knock off McCullough now for the top spot. 6.5 minutes remaining. Across the line, James Warren 7.98, good enough for fourth quickest. Justin Miller. Asher Little on the clock as well. Miller across the line. Survey says for him 8.53, good enough for sixth quickest. Does not make the top 5. Right now, Tucker McLennan up next. Nick Seipel. Miles Bagley still to come. Asher Little actually on his qualifying run. Right now in the same range as everybody else for the first half, 27-4, and that's pretty much going to be the sweet spot for these drivers. So it's going to come down to hundredths, hell, thousandths of a second. Asher Little across the line. Where is he placing all this? 782, second quickest for Little. Tucker McLennan. $54.810, eighth quickest for McLennan. Miles Bagley about to end his qualifying run off of turn 4. Bagley's lap time 8:26. We'll place him ninth, barely inside the top 10. J.R. Miller. Right now, Miller 27-4, another one them. In the range. Right now, Malik Ray on track to take the pole away from Kevin McCullough. We'll find out here momentarily. Miller across the line. 787 and Malik Ray. Tent Solutions Silverado across the line. Top of the board, 54.762. Malik Ray with just under three and a half minutes remaining. Steve Sizemore. Well, Sizemore's going to need a big pickup. Run the high line, so not sure this will be for the pole. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, Hunter Hastings, 27-4. Sizemore 55, 437, 14th quickest. Danny Barnes just rolling out as well. Along to 19 of Wyatt Gray. Hastings across the line. 795, 8th quickest for Hunter Hastings. Danny Barnes. Be Barnes, then Wyatt Gray. Matthew Patton, William H. Scott, Joshua McCullough, Stephen Miles, Joseph Allen, John Ward yet to post a lap with 2 minutes remaining. Barnes across the line. 8:24 for Barnes, 12th quickest. Wyatt Gray on the clock. Right now, Gray, well, really it's hard to really tell where Wyatt Gray's going to stand all this. Right now, anywhere from 1st to 14th. Cutting the apron again, we're going to see across the line. 764, 3rd quickest for Wyatt Gray. Minute 10 remaining. If anybody's going to try it, might as well go ahead and go now. With 53 seconds remaining, that'll pretty much wrap it up. Malik Ray on pole for tonight. McCullough, Wyatt Gray, Asher Little, Nick Seipel, your top 5. J.R. Miller, Sean Corbett, Mark Vondell, Hunter Hastings, James Ware in the top 10. Alright, so with that being said, 5-minute warm up next. And while we got a moment here, we're going to take a quick step away from the mic. We'll be right back for the start of MMS Live from Talladega. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the brief warm-up session that these drivers have. Let's see if we cannot get a word first with Kenny McCullough. Kenny McCullough, Garrett Jennings up here in broadcast booth. Ain't talked to you since last year. How you doing?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, right now, as it stands, finally get an MMS race in, 127-degree track temp. What can we expect tonight out of these trucks from your opinion? Would it be in a 32-lap dash to the finish?
I expect it to be just like it sounds. Everybody going straight out as hard as they can. Unfortunately, but these trucks put on a good show, so hopefully everybody will keep their heads together and we'll get a good race in.
Well, buddy, of course, we talked about the expectations of last year. Now we're here in 2026. I got to ask, as we go forward, of course, the NASRA 500. Has that already ran? Or
what was that?
Has the NASRA 500 already ran?
Yes, we just finished it up yesterday.
I'll be damned. Did you win?
Nope, I had a really good shot there. I think Josh finished 8th and I finished 9th. We finished up there in the money, so that's all. That's all we wanted to do.
At that point. Well, buddy, I will say this, and then as we inch closer, that of course we know the next big one around the corner. How much over the next few weeks will be going into preparation for the PGR 500?
I think everybody's looking forward to it, especially everyone that didn't make the Nazareth race. This time of year, January and February, that's when all the big races are going on, and everybody looks forward to them. I think the guys that are doing the podium stuff now took over that. That's coming up here soon too. So a lot of big races in the next 2 months. I'm looking forward to all of them.
I don't blame you. Kenny, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Right now, Sean Corbett's the only one to post down a lap. J.R. Miller going out with Corbett this time. So that being said, just a little bit longer left. Matter of fact, 16 seconds remaining in the warm-up session before the main event. Alright, the field is set. "23 drivers on deck for tonight. So let's roll through the starting lineup for tonight's running of MMS. Malik Ray on pole. Kim McCullough will be rolling off second. Wyatt Gray, Ashley Little, Nick Seipel, J.R. Miller, Sean Corbett, Mark Vondale, Hunter Hastings, James Warren, Cameron Craighead, and Tucker McLennan rounds out the fast 12 for tonight. On further down through the field, Danny Barnes, Miles Bagley, Justin Miller, Kobe Neal, the only drivers. Oh, and Steve Sizemore. The 17 drivers to post a qualifying lap. 18th on down is based on iRace's discretion. They have Stephen Miles, John Ward, Josh McCullough, Matthew Patton, Joey Allen, and William H. Scott Jr. rounds out the field of 23. Well, again, hot track tonight, 127 degrees. So it's going to be slick, going to be fun, going to be wide open. It is going to be a quick dash to the end for what we understand. So it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. It's going to be wide open. Alright. Not sure what the 75 of Nick's doing. They're going to hold off on the green flag one more time. Couple drivers starting in front of the pits. J.R. Miller, John Ward. So we're going to give it one more time to go around. Well, couple onboard cameras for tonight. Of course, Malik Ray, the Tent Solutions onboard camera. Kim McCullough carrying MMS Money Racing On further back through the field, Sean Corbett. One of many Dega pros. Danny Barnes running off deep in the field, back in the 13th spot. Even further back, Steve Sizemore. No sponsors tonight for Sizemore. J.R. Miller PGR 500 camera. So with that being said, the field this time going green. It will be Malik Ray, Ken McCullough bringing us down for the start. Ray in the United Rentals restart zone. This time we're rolling. Down back straightaway, McCullough out to lead over Malik Ray. Wyatt Gray trying to push Ray back on the bottom, bringing Seifel, Wyndham, and Corbett. Hunter Hastings trying to catch up to the back of that 45 on the bottom. Right now, Ray battling back to the inside. McCullough going to be side by side coming off for turn 4. Kevin Allen, Joshua McCullough trying to make something happen back there. Back of the field early. McCullough leads to the tri-oval. Kenny McCullough will lead lap 1. Right now, Asher Little down to the bottom. Going to cover Malik Ray. Little leads off of turn 2. McCullough battling back on the outside. A couple trucks jumping 3 wide. Yeah, be Tucker McCullough and Cameron Craighead. They're going to bring Hastings with them. Josh Bagley trying to come along well, along with McCullough and Kevin Allen. 3 by 3 already. .30 to go at the line. McCullough battling back, trying to bring that third line. J.R. Miller working that middle lane along with Vondale Waring. Good. Kobe Neal as well. Asher leads at the line. Middle lane starting to fall back. McCullough drops right back down in front of the 78 machine of J.R. Miller. Right now, bottom lane with a slight advantage as they work off turn 2 yet again. Little still holding the lead. Malik Ray jumps up in front. Well, Malik Ray and Wyatt Gray both in front of Ken McCullough. Malik Ray will lead down the back straightaway. Entering turn 3, patted on the apron. Keeps it straight. We're all good. What's up, Chris? 29 to go. Cross the line, Malik Ray. Back to the point. Now, right now, these trucks with that outside lane, in these conditions, outside lanes, pretty much overpowered to say the least. As I say that, here comes Little, Corbett, Miller, Danny Barnes on the bottom lane. Couple trucks almost get turned sideways. Miles Bagley, one of them, saves it. Right now, 2 by 2 for 4 rows deep. McCullough jumps right back to the outside. Then Cameron Craighead gets loose way up the racetrack, goes to 48. At the line, give it to Malik Ray again. Little still battling back on the inside. 27 to go next time around. Asher Little's led 2, or Malik Ray's led two laps. Asher Little's led 1. Stephen Miles, trouble 4018. has gone around on the back straightaway. No caution yet. Let's see what happened to 18 on the ticker, 24 on side truck before there is a caution. Him and Joshua McCullough come together big time. Hell, Miles is going to lose the time, but I question the damage on the side of that 14 machine. Meanwhile, back at the front, Elite Ray still leads. Nick Seipel off pace. That 75 truck might be going back there to pick up his teammate. Assuming they're teammates anyway. Regardless of the fact, back up at the front. Asher Little still working that bottom lane. Got Corbett, Miller, Danny Barnes, James Ware, and Mark Von Dale. That is the trucks on the bottom. The 7 of Miles Bagley working that middle lane. Matthew Patton went winning for a second. Craighead now to the middle. From Elite Ray, Wyatt Gray, Hunter Hastings, Kim McCullough, Craighead Patton. The ones on the outside lanes you saw. Craighead about to put Matthew Patton in the wall. There comes that middle lane. Hunter Hastings shooting up the middle. Going to leave Malik Ray and Wyatt Gray out to drive for the moment. Hastings almost puts Malik into the wall. Well, Malik also tried to stay on that right rear. If you can hang on the right rear with these trucks, almost immediately stalls them out. Stalls the run. There you see exactly what Malik Ray's doing. Got right to the right rear. Tried to get there. The driver's going to be very defensive over that right rear. You're seeing it there with Hunter Hastings not allowing Malik Ray to get to his outside the best he can. Asher Little leads. Sean Corbett, J.R. Miller, Danny Barnes, Hunter Hastings, top 5. .25 to go. Still, contact with Miller a little. Saves it. Barely. He's going to give him Elite Ray, Gray, and Patton the top 3 spots. Now, J.R. Miller stuck 3 wide. .24 to go in the field. Spread out just a little bit. Here goes Patton. On the inside, Malik Ray is going to choose to stay with Gray as they work down the back straightaway. Of course, Malik Ray, the winner from the Midnight Racing League race at Kansas. Trying to get 2 wins this weekend. Right now, stuck in the outside lane. Matthew Patton leads as they exit turn 4. Coming together, slight contact. Getting racing. Trucks all over the place. Hunter Hastings struggling in the middle lane. I can imagine it's sucking the racetrack is 126 degrees. I have all lights. It's see Cameron Craighead almost loses it. Right now it's really hurt that middle lane. Malik Ray right back to the top of the point again. Ken McCullough's got one of his teammates behind him and Mark Von Dale, 2 MMS drivers, 3rd and 4th as they run. Right now, MMS for tonight. Ken McCullough, Danny Barnes, Joseph Allen, Joshua McCullough, Kobe Neal, Mark Von Dale, and Steve Sizemore, and MMS up and down the place. As right now, McCullough and Vondell third and fourth. Danny Barnes are trying to stay inside the top 10, back in the 10th spot. Well, you also got Sizemore back in 17th, Allen 16th. Joshua McCullough after contact earlier in the race. Right now finds himself in 21st, and Kobe Neal in 15th. Right now, .21 laps to go. Malik Ray continues to lead. Matter of fact, Malik Ray's led 7 laps so far tonight, most out of any driver. Well, of course, Malik 7, Ken McCullough's led 1 lap, Asher Little's led 2, Matthew Patton has led 1. Well, you got a moment to ask you here to show you the race recap. So far, if you're just joining us, Malik Ray, your leader, 7 official lead changes tonight. One car, I think one guy just wants to pump the cover. Racetrack. Right now, biggest movers of the race so far. Hunter Hastings leads entering turn 1, up 8 spots along with Craighead. Miles Bagley up 10, making 11 now. Danny Barnes up 5, Matthew Patton up 10, Joseph Allen up 6. Biggest droppers, Nick Seipel down 17 spots from where he started. Elite Ray starting to fall back down 6, Wyatt Gray 7. They are your biggest droppers of the race so far. Craighead loose into Hastings and McCullough. Caution is out. It's only a matter of time. That 48 truck's been all over the place. Having a really hard time handling the truck, and that time it finally snapped and got away from him. Let's go ahead and look at it. Just gets loose all by himself into Corbett. Hastings, I think actually Cameron Craighead and McCullough both are going to come away with this virtually okay for the most part. Hunter Hastings going to be the biggest loser out of this. And McCullough will get some damage off of it. Right on board with Hunter Hastings through this. It really... So having really from that right side, not a lot of damage to that truck. Right on board with Hunter Hastings through this. Back up a little bit further than that. Bam. Getting McCullough in the grass, going for a big slide. Right on board with Kenny. Hastings actually the one that's lost his bumper cover. And everybody's back now. That carry just loses it. Well, first caution of the night involving 3 drivers. Hunter Hastings, Kenny McCullough, and Cameron Craighead. Right now, McCullough in the pits. Gonna see how bad that truck is. Malik Ray wins the race off pit road. Oh no, Sean Corbett gets the race off pit road. That being said, we're going to be right back, just one quick moment away while they're pasted under the caution. You're watching MMS Live from Talladega. We will be right back. Field getting ready for the restart here. The late race, Sean Corbett, Miles Bagley, Danny Barnes, Asher Little, your top 5. James Waring, John Ward, Matthew Patton, Mark Von Dale, J.R. Miller, the top 10. Right now, first caution of the night, about to get wrapped up here, as a matter of fact. Well, right now, track temps dropped 1 degree, still hot as hell. 125 degrees. Trucks, well, anytime you have a slick track, and trucks are not going to handle well, and I believe, pretty much, I just think that's what we saw. Cameron Cricket just finally lose it. Truck's been acting like it's not been handling it right all night. Alright. Corbett Malik Ray brings us down yet again for the restart. We're rolling. Cameron Cricket had black flag, of course. Greg has black flag for. Oh, Patton upside down! Big crash for Matthew Patton. Good grief. Second caution, just like that. Magic Scott also involved in this one. I'm sure there's several other ones back there. What in the world happened? Get a look at it from high above. White, gray, him and Patton come together. Patton up and over Joseph Allen taking evasive action. There's William H. Scott locking it down. Just about coming to a complete stop. Right on board with Matthew Patton through this. Well, second caution of the night. Well, I don't think really anybody's going to come in and pit. Well, Joseph Allen, Joshua McCullough, Kenneth McCullough, Patty William, and Scott all in this time. Right now, give you a little bit more of an in-depth recap. Elite Ray's led for 12 laps so far tonight, most out of any driver. 14 laps to go. Drivers just now entering the frame, who we really have heard a little bit out of tonight, but not a whole lot. Danny Barnes obviously wanted to work his way back up. Miles Bagley as well. James Ware, ain't heard a lot out of him tonight. Nor have we heard a lot of John Ward up into the 7th spot. Right now, Cameron Craig had yet to answer the black flag for causing the first caution, of course. That has to be served under green. I believe it is a drive-through. Alright, field hits the one in green. Elite Ray, Sean Corbett, Danny Barnes, Miles Bagley, and Asher Little, your top 5. James Ware and John Ward. Mark Vondale, Stephen Miles, and Kobe Neal, your top 10. Wyatt Gray, J.R. Miller, Justin Miller, Nick Seipel, Steve Simore rounds out the top 15. Hunter Hastings, Tucker McLennan, Cameron Craighead, Joseph Allen, and William H. Scott rounds out your top 20. Matthew Patton will receive the black flag as well for the cause of the second caution. There'll be a drive-through penalty along with Cameron Craighead, still yet to answer the first one like I mentioned earlier. All right, 12 laps to go. Going to take the green flag. It'll be Elite Race Sean Corbett bringing us down to the United Rentals restart zone. Let's try this again. Cameron Craighead disqualified, was not able to answer the black flag. His night is done. Elite Ray up to the outside, no help with him. Danny Barnes to the top of the point. Getting pushed by Sean Corbett down the back straightaway. However, Bagley up to the back of Elite Raider side by side down the back straightaway yet again. Hill trying to make some happen on the outside lane with Seipel, Hastings, and others. And now side by side. To travel again, Elite Ray. Trying to keep Bagley right behind him. Defending that right rear, that's all it is. Right now, Danny Barnes slides back for the moment. Bagley down to the bottom again. Ware pushing Elite Ray. Here goes the outside lane. For Miles trying to work that outside lane. Matthew Pat has answered his black flag. Rolling back out, however. 24 seconds off the pace. Kenneth McCullough done for the night as well. Three wide. Ware stuck in the middle. 10 laps to go. McCullough is back. Onto the right there, Dillian. Big lag for McCullough. Right now, Bagley leads the bottom. Miles right now pushing Elite Ray. 3 wide, a little bit further back. James Ware making contact, bouncing off a little. Saves it again. Meanwhile, a little bit of scuffle in the back. Everybody saves it again. Kobe Caneel. J.R. Miller. Got the 33 back there as well. I believe that is J.R. Miller actually. William H. Scott will plug us back in up the front. Ken McCullough rolling. Big damage to that 03 machine. That's something to do with it. Right now, Elite Ray continues to lead it. 17 laps so far tonight and counting. Trying to hold off a hungry Starlin Pat right behind him. Keep pushing him for the moment. Rest assured, when the opportunity presents itself, this package will jump on it. There comes Hastings right back down to the bottom. Bringing Tucker McClendon with him. Along with Asher Little. Ware still trying to work that third lane. Steve Sidemore's going to bail out on the 13 middle lane yet at the doorknob for the moment. Still 2 by 2. Ward's going to venture down to the middle lane. Left with Tyler up to the middle lane. Mark Vondell now hung out to dry on that third lane. Here comes John Ward. Oh, Waring and Vondell in the back, hard into the wall. Oh, more wrecking at the front, Danny Barnes. Miles Bagley to the grass, Steve Sizemore to the grass. Big damage to the 08 machine. John Corbin looks like he has part of this as well. Danny Barnes, damage to the front of that truck. Goodness. Well, 2 crashes, 2 wrecks. What in the world happened first? Back and look at James Waring's incident. According to far chase cam. He's wearing upside down. I don't think he realized. Hold up, let's look at here. So he's going to try to follow Joshua McCullough up. Vondale coming down. Looks like, really from my personal standpoint, 2 drivers trying to fill one spot. Well, Vondale knows he's stuck in no man's land. He's on the outside. So he wants to get down with his teammate, Joshua McCullough. Same time, James Waring seeing the same thing and wanting to come up to try to ride with Josh McCullough and just come together. Now, what happens at the front up here? I know Danny Barnes got a piece of it here. There's Barnes already in the outside wall. Let's see what happens. We'll set this up again off of turn 4. They're wrecking behind them. Oh, Barnes into the back of the 87. Joshua McCullough, Corbett nowhere to go. Danny Barnes hard into the outside wall. Right on board with Danny Barnes, as a matter of fact, front of the nose cam. Anyway, I got other incidents going on as we stand. First right on board with Steve Sizemore. Next up, I don't think Sizemore going to get a lot of damage out of this. He'll get a little bit of damage out of this. There's just going to fall right into Sizemore's lap. Big time impact. Harder than what I thought it was. Sean Corbett's on board. We'll see it. Contact front to back. Wow, that happened. Just be sure I saw this right. What happened to John Ward? See if anything happens here. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, Tucker McClellan. Bit of a mishap on McClellan's part, collects Ward. So now crushable damage to John Ward's machine. Regardless of the field, soon to be getting ready to go back green here. So when they take the green flag, it'll be 3 laps to go. Don't take the one to green here. Right now, Steve Sizemore joins Kevin McCullough, Cameron Craighead in the garage. Done for the night. We're to re-rack it. Malik Ray, Hunter Hastings first and second. Tucker McClellan, Stephen Miles third and fourth. Asher Little, Nick Seipel fifth and sixth. John Ward, Wyatt Gray, Kevin Allen. And I believe that is Justin Miller. Rounds out the top 10. We get set. Well, do I think? Do I think it's going to go to overtime? Part of me says yes, part of me says no. We're about to find out. 3-lap shootout. If we have a caution before regulation ends, it will go to overtime. Malik Ray, Hunter Hastings brings us down through the travel into the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling again. Great start for Malik Ray, about the best you could ask for. Right now, field spreads out just a little bit. Outside lane quickly formed up. Bottom lane trying to get formed up. And right now it's going to leave Miles on the bottom lane by himself. So he's actually going to squeeze up into the outside lane. Here it comes. Miller, Corbin, and Allen and others. Danny Barnes in this time. At the line, 2 laps to go for Malik Ray. Now some drivers going way up the racetrack. Hunter Hastings, 1 car hard in the wall in the back. William H. Scott. No caution. Hunter Hastings saved that truck for his life. Still no caution from William H. Scott in the back. Keeping it green. They enter turn 3. Hastings still making contact. Asher Little going to try to make it 4 wide. But they're going to make it barely. Might not make it back around, but they're going to make it to the white flag. 1 lap to go. And right now, Seipel and Wyatt Gray both in the position along with Stephen Miles to try to knock Malik Ray out of this win here. Down the back straightaway for the final time. The move has not happened yet. 3 wide further in the pack. There comes Little and Bagley to the bottom. Over turn 4 for the final time. Ray holding the middle lane at bay. Through the tri-oval. Seipel down to the bottom, wrecking in the back at the line. Malik Ray holds them off for the win. Gray, Seipel, Miles, and Hastings your top 5. Malik Gray going through the grass. Elite Ray gets the job done. Winner from the Midnight Racer League on Friday night. And we'll end the weekend with a win. Of course, still kind of night PGR. Still to come tonight. So we're going to make it a little bit quick here. But first, we'll wait and talk to Elite Ray, Wyatt Gray, and Nick Seipel. We'll still give him here, just give him a couple more minutes. But while we wait, I reckon we'll go ahead and go through the final results for tonight. After 32 laps, Elite Ray, Wyatt Gray, Nick Seipel, your top three. Stephen Miles, Hunter Hastings, Ashley Little, Miles Bagley, J.R. Miller, John Ward, Justin Miller, your top 10. Joseph Allen, Sean Corbett, Tucker McClennan, Mark Von Dale, Matthew Patton, Joshua McCullough, Kobe Keneal, Danny Barnes rounds out your top 18. James Waring, William H. Scott, Steve Sizemore, Kim McCullough, Cameron Craighead rounds out the field tonight. And I ain't too sure we're going to get any interviews tonight. Well, I'll give a few minutes here still to come for this week. The Inspire Racing League Cup Series, that will be ran tomorrow night. Tuesday and night off. MMS Allies will return on Wednesday. HGR Thursday. Midnight Racing League on Friday. Then, of course, Inspire Thunder Series on Saturday. And then I have all Lighties MMS again next Sunday. That is for the week. And it appears that none of the top three are wanting an interview tonight. So with that being said, appreciate everybody watching. Still to come, PGR Sunday Fun Day series. That will be coming on just about immediately following the conclusion of tonight's race. And I will see everybody tomorrow night for Inspired. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night. And we'll see you then.